Yeah, but like again, why not give it to the people of Malaysia rather than give it to foreign capital? Because the thing is, right, when you invest in foreign capital, that doesn't necessarily means that it will go back to the
But
country.
this one actually, this project not done by our local companies.
I know it's by China company, right?
Mm-mm.
But if we follow the rules of capitalism and the market itself, right? If you invest in something and you fail, that's your problem, meritocracy, what? You weren't good enough to maintain that. So why you want to complain to the government and say, well, I cannot like that, you need to give me more benefit, one. Why company can complain like that, but we as a people, when we say, well, we cannot afford all this housing and everything, and we getting lower wages, why they cannot help us? Government cannot help us instead.
But so for low wages, of Malaysia, they should have the what you call that? The
minimum wage.
The minimum wage.
There is a minimum wage, but the
blue
thing
collars for white collar.
but the minimum wage doesn't reflect the living costs. That's the problem. Because like again, you're telling me you want to go to a company and say, well, you need to pay your workers more. You think they want to pay workers more?
But seriously, this is our government, the regulation, the executions. You have to execute. If let's say the people who are not enough the minimum wages, they can do the what you call that, the complaints or the manpower. You know.
Do you really think complaints by the worker will actually go to the people? Will actually go to the people in power?
So that's why the regulations, the executions, the power is not
Your
strong
lack
enough.
your lack of trust, the lack of
Strong.
trust in governmental lead in this one, right? How do you think that would change in terms of like the foreign city?
So the foreign city, of course,
the thing is
it's a
like
special. If let's say for the this district, you have the special district, maybe the special government. Maybe they will try to cooperation.
how do you ensure integrity there? How do you ensure that there won't be businesses taking advantage of the situation?
This is more to the execution level.
But execution, how? As in like putting more laws, putting more regulation, that defeats the purpose of financial freedom already, what? You cannot have financial freedom and expect them to follow the laws when it's completely devoid of that. You either put the regulation there to ensure people do what they say, or you just let them be free. And if I'm being honest, allowing corporation to be free does not give back to the people one. I don't know. I mean, are you that optimistic about Forest City being a success story?
Success. I just want to I just hope this project is not abandoned, and then maybe you can get a better. It's not say absolutely like right now. It's nothing. It's just but you can see this project. I think our Sultan, the Johor Sultan, already
I mean, this is
a real.
I honestly think this is just an ego project for Sultan.
They already dump a lot of money to this project.
It's an ego project, He does he really need to get that money back, man? Does the Sultan really need that money back?
But the project is not successful. The ego,
It's ego, right? It's not really he needs the money back, I don't think the Sultan he has trouble paying his electric bill. I don't think so, man. He's trouble buying food, is it? I don't think so, man. And this Sultan is going to be our next Agong some more. This is really just a vanity project for him. With respect to Agong. It's not like we're trying to disrespect you, but I still live in Malaysia, okay? Okay, ampun tuanku. With respect. But this is just purely a vanity project, man. This is not gonna be like, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that beneficial for the people as you would like to imagine. Especially when you tell me it's like, oh, less taxes, less regulation, more freedom.
No, maybe the benefit is just we just cross over the border and then have a free, cheaper beer and then a cheaper wine. This is what I thought.
Look, that's definitely something nice to have. But you know what would be better? actually getting paid like proper wages, actually getting like good social benefits.
I think it's a lot of problem lah. Malaysia, if let's say you want to like you gel together and then put in one place, because our regulation, the law, and then it's not so the execution also not so tight and not so strong, and then a lot actually Malaysia we have a lot of problem, right? You
Yes.
agree?
Yes, because of lax regulation, lax taxes and laws. If we really follow like strict law regulation, then you will be like China, no? And yeah, definitely you will like that lah, I can tell. Like if you really want the corporations to do their job and actually, pump back the money to the country, you're gonna end up like China lah. And that's the reason why the China businesses are running away from China in the first place, one. So that's the thing. It's like you either, work for the people or you work for the business. It's either that. Like if you really want to make this as a business hub, really as a financial hub for the freedom, then you have to be prepared to see a lot of workers possibly not getting the benefits of that. Because there is no regulation to ensure that whatever good that comes out of that forest city will actually go to the workers. Like even if you tell me, oh, you need to hire Malaysians to work here.
No lah, you come back okay. We are talking. If let's say you come back, actually this is the other topic lah. If let's say we come back to Malaysia systems the benefit people's, even you are doing business or not doing business, the benefits only go to the politician and the businessman. Even our normal people, like our normal citizens in Malaysia or poor people, also not get any benefits.
But if you understand that, then why would you?
The structure in Malaysia.
Why would you be championing for Forest City then?
No, the Forest City is like the businessman will getting more richer.
Why would you champion that?
Okay, after that, of course, it's certain of rule and regulation. They are going to come back to the tax or something to Malaysia lah. Of course, they are going to Malaysia if let's say they are able to cope it. I still put the hope to Malaysian government.
Have you seen that happen in Malaysia though? Like corporation actually pay the appropriate amount based on what the value they extract from workers. Like do you actually see corporations paying the necessary amount back into the people?
Okay, you come to this
I understand that the fact that when we grew up in a market driven economy where we want the businesses to be as free as possible without being controlled by government to strive and succeed to build up economy. Yes, that's always been the mentality lah. But the fact of the matter is this model has not been successful in long run, because look at where we are now. Not just Malaysia, like the rest of the world as well. Under the current economy model, we are not really surviving at all. Even we give so much benefit to businesses and corporation. So when you tell me you want to put more into something that really gives more freedom to the business and corporation, what makes you think that the outcome will be different this time? Like what guarantees that you can provide to say that, well, this time when we give corporations all these benefits, they will definitely inject the benefit back into the people. Like, what's the guarantee there, man? Because so far, I haven't seen anything. The only way that you can ensure that, corporations really put back what they extract from the people is through heavy regulations. This is the only way, I can tell. We can't really, as far as from my personal perspective, I don't see corporations acting on being nice people. Don't know lah. Maybe you think differently. Maybe you think this time will change.
No, of course it's capitalism. I am a business. If let's say you are the businessman, of course I want to earn the maximum, maximize the profit.
But like that goes against how does it benefit the people?
The benefit, the benefit for people, because I always is thinking, this world is no such free lunch, right? But for the benefit,
Well,
okay, for the benefit, so the benefit actually is the structures, actually is who are decide is by our government, who are decide to do the structure, how they are going to like this cake. Businessmen take the percentage is how many, and the rest is for the it's a pie lah. The cake actually is a pie lah. So how many percentage they give to the businessmen and how many percentage they give for the people. This is the decision.
I would like to think that the government is the one in charge when it comes to like this division of like benefits lah. But do you really think that corporations have no power in influencing government to make this decision? You literally explained to me Forest City is a hub that caters to the corporations. That is under the influence of corporation. If not for government wanting to really, attract corporations, they would not give these benefits. So that really means that corporation has the power. What?
But if let's say you're in charge for the businessman, that one, if let's say you're in these islands, they have a regulation. So that's why we only can do the thing is we have the job opportunity, the high pay opportunity for certain group of people lah, of course. Then the free duty and free zone, this thing we can enjoy. But for the tax wise is governments go to deal with the businessmen and these island people.
I don't believe that when you give this kind of like the duty free or like looser regulation for corporation will ensure that more job opportunity one. That doesn't necessarily is true.
But if let's say for now, if let's say for come to our mainland now's our situations okay, you buy a perfume, you get a tax, you pay a tax for governments, right?
Yeah,
correct. So same thing also. If let's say you want to waive for the tax, then government is not earning any money. Not getting any from you. Actually, government also try to get the money from you, your pocket also. The people's Same thing also They want to you pay tax, actually pay for the government. If let's say government is doing something with this tax, actually the tax we pay government to work for us. Government is our servant. We not work for government, it's government work for us. Government is our servant. We pay tax, actually we pay this perfume. The tax maybe it's 10% or 20%. This perfume, the tax actually pay for the government. It's make our life better in our.
Yeah. So why is it that the government now, instead of giving benefit to the people, is giving benefit to corporation?
The corporation. Okay, you come to the corporation. Yeah. Then the government is not do the good job. Maybe
then is that the case? Then Forest City, is it a good job then?
No. Then at least I get the good pay, and then
but there is no guarantee.
No guarantee lah.
There's no guarantee you get a good pay, and if you don't have a good pay, how can you enjoy the duty free?
Okay,
you have no money.
The other thing is like, okay, the Forest City, you not provide the free tax and the free free tax of whatever lah.
But the thing is, again, like this free tax, it doesn't apply to Malaysian one. It's only for foreigners there, isn't it?
Even we go inside, we can enjoy the free tax You see how the regulation that
but like we don't live there. So the ability to access the area is going to be dependent on whether or not we're financially able to go there in the first place. If you are a poor guy, why would you go to Forest City in the first place?
No, this is a very long story already. If let's say we talk about this thing.
I mean, no, but there's a thing like this all affects because the benefits still only cater towards foreigner and foreign capital.
For like that, if let's say for governments they get the benefits, right? If let's say they have an investor invest, this is the benefit. If let's say the government got a lot of investors to come to, I got the tax. The tax actually, if let's say to come back to our society, is go back to we got the benefit. If let's say the government hold the tax, I'm not do anything. If let's say the government already tax you, I'm not repair the roads. In the same road got the lobang in KL, you see a lot of lobang in the roads. Actually the tax we go to actually is all these facilities but the government is hold the tax, or even go to the politician, the pocket.
No, I don't think it will go to the strictly just politician. What will happen is, because if let's say Forest City is a success, right, and the money comes in from Forest City, right, if you are a businessman, you see the success of Forest City, wouldn't you want to make Forest City 2 another Forest City? Right? If you got a successful product, wouldn't you want to make another successful product similar like that one?
I already don't know lah this thing but for if
I
let's
mean, like, look, if I saw the success of Forest City, right,
Mm-mm.
and then as a government, I see the success of Forest City bringing in money towards the government. Of course, I would think to myself, well, this makes me money. If I put money into the road, it's not gonna give me back money, ma. The money is not as much compared to Forest City.
No,
What?
actually come back to the question, come back to the government ma. The government, they get the money. If let's say the government get the money, they want to, if let's say I get the invest from the fund, I can, one thing, the government to split out the benefit to a people, or they want to, I see the benefit. I'm the businessman mindset also. I will create the other island also. This one is depend on the government already.
But that's what's happening right now. We see the benefit in Forest City in getting the capital, not instead of investing towards...
But you have to know, if let's say you are the smart businessman or you are the government, you have to see the pie. The thing is, the people already invest. You can see the resources, the earth resources. Maybe we have this pie already go to this island. You want to make another? How you go to that? The resources is...
No. But then you're already different already. You already say like, okay, we already have this pie, ma. We shouldn't let it go to waste, right? But right now the pie is you're holding it to give it to people outside of the house, you know. Okay, so this is a pie, right? It's a pie that people from outside the house help make also, ma. It's already there, but the people abandon the pie already. Instead of giving the pie, take that pie and give it to the people in the house, we're just holding the pie, waiting for people outside the house to come by it, ma. You get what I mean, Like, so we have that pie. The pie is in the house already. We could just easily take that pie and say, okay, we have people in the house. Why not we give the pie to the people in the house? We have the pie already, ma. Why not give it? But instead we said, this is a pie. People in the house are starving. But we're not going to give the pie to the people in the house. We're going to hold it for people outside of the house.
But for what I know, yeah, the pie is
in our house.
In our house. But we are not just only one pie, ma. You know, the pie is still got. You see, our mainland is still got a lot of the empty properties. We have still got a lot. Actually, we have a lot. We cannot digest all the people. Only the certain people can digest the property. Even the poor people that you can see, even Monkara, that side, you can see a lot of empty properties.
That's the interesting point. Like,
because we have a lot.
There should be more regulations with all these kind of things, isn't it?
Because it's not just one pie. You say one pie, okay lah. We are starving lah. Actually, we are starving, but a lot of pie outside is just not just one. The government is not the government. The people, we cannot eat the pie because it's too expensive. The pie. The people don't have the ability to eat the pie.
Yes, the people is the ability to eat the pie. So what is Forest City doing in order to help the people?
So the regulation, if let's say for the first regulation, this is the forest system. If let's say for our mainland, of course it's different the regulations. The regulation for the people who are staying in Malaysia, the housing costs on the one we can lower. That one is a different. I mean, a different structure and different topic lah. That one.
I mean, understandably, it's like you're looking at it as like Forest City as an entity on its own, like a mini country, is it?
Actually, forest cities, why they are built the forest cities? The forest cities is actually they built it. They built it at the benefits lah. It's a tax soon, and then actually easy to access to Singapore and Malaysia.
To be honest, now that the more we talk about it, the more I wonder is Forest City part of Malaysia or not?
Yeah, part of Malaysia.
But then why is it like treated as a separate entity then? You keep talking as if like, there's a unique regulation, unique laws there for that island compared to mainland island Malaysia. Like, you're treating it as if it's two separate countries already, ma. So is it part of Malaysia or not?
But it's just a human-made product, ma.
I mean, regardless of human-made or what, like, do we treat it as Malaysia or not?
Okay. Yes, we treat it as Malaysia. Of
Then
course, we treat-
shouldn't we apply the same laws and regulation there?
but this is the other. I mean, if let's say you treat it as a Malaysia, if let's say for my actually why they want to build this initially, they are building is what the purpose they are building it. They want to build it as a free zone. I'm just want to like the free zone. We try to give maybe the free zone maybe a better free zone. This is what I'm thinking. The free tax or whatever. So if let's say it's all the what you call that? If let's say you come there the drag big back.
I mean, for me, it's like the misconception of like tax free being such a good thing. I think it's like overplayed already, ma. Do you really think having tax free zones is really that good? Like, if you look at it in a long term perspective, not just for the fact that you go there, beer is cheaper, we buy one beer, or the cigarette cheaper, we buy one cigarette. Like, if you think long term, is tax free zones really that a good idea?
Free tax zone. This thing is actually attract the tourists lah. Actually, tourists to come over. Maybe the only the tax, but for the initially, of course, it's the free financial hubs like the regulation. We are follow the international regulation for the who are the listed company. All that like Bursa, they are more freedom compared with Bursa and compared with other.
Is that a good thing though?
Hmm?
Is that a good thing following
No,
that?
we have a booth. We have a booth. One in the Malaysian mainland, we have the regulation as same as our normal daily life and Delhi's the executions lah. But for them, maybe we are create one more thing is for foreigner, and we have a booth thing. We have one hand in right, one hand in left. So maybe we are talking about democracy, whatever freedom, all that. But in mainland, maybe we are more restrict. We are more talking about different things. There we can got the two hand to saying something.
Yeah, but that again, you already making it. There's a line that you're drawing between mainland and foreign city already, ma. It's like two separate entities.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying lah.
There's two jurisdiction already, ma.
The government is controlling two things, but I can have a two-way to control. Two-way to.
You don't think that's unfair?
I don't think it's got what you call it fair or
I mean, if you think that there is no need to say like there's no need to worry about fairness in that, then why should I worry about being fair to the foreigners in Forest City? Why should I care about them getting the benefit? Like as a Malaysian local, I see this Forest City and I see all these benefits for all the foreign people. Why should I care that they get the benefit and I don't in my country? Like you see a China company or Chinaman buy a property in Forest City and they get to enjoy reduced taxes, duty free shopping and all this. Why would I say good to okay to that?
Okay, it's
when I can barely afford to buy a house in my own country.
Okay, one thing is like it's a can say it's a comparison.
Comparison to what?
Okay, if let's say you get a pay, maybe the job lah. I mean the job opportunities. I can get a sales executive in Malaysia. Maybe it's a marketing executive in 3,000. That side maybe you can get a 2,500 or 3,000 in USD or whatever.
Okay, all right. Let's say
this one some kind of like this kind of.
Let's assume that's the best case scenario. That Forest City is a thriving economy with high pay and everything like that, right?
Yep. So
wouldn't just people want to go to that city instead of like raising the minimum wage in Malaysia? Leh? Like, what wouldn't just people do what they do now with Singapore? They just go work in Singapore and live in Singapore.
So that's why they have a Singapore. Singapore, they if let's say for currency.
But then is that a sustainable way of life?
So how come still got a lot of Malaysians cross over the border and then get gonna earn the Sing dollars?
No choice, ma.
Same things. We are create the other Singapore right now. If let's say,
do you think that's a good thing? Is it?
No, not say the good.
I don't think that's a good thing.
The good thing is we still under control by Malaysian government. This is Malaysia, a part of Malaysia, but it's a different the regulation is different regulation, but still Malaysia government.
But that won't.
We are whole separate
But
regulation.
that's already you won't see that transfer towards mainland Malaysia, because then that is already Forest City is already separate entity
No,
on
it's
its own.
some kind of like I got two anak. Okay, I got two sons. Maybe these sons more in this. I can comparison. Oh, this is better. Maybe I slowly. You know what I mean, sir?
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
But
But my counter
you
is
also
you
in
shouldn't be saying that though.
But maybe this son is more
You shouldn't be saying like I shall invest more on this son. This other son, not so much.
like Singapore.
Cannot be
Singapore
like
is not
that,
our
man.
son. Singapore is
You-
a foreign.
You shouldn't be encouraging a such a unequal level of income there. Ma.
That's why if let's say the people who are earning
What? You,
then the thing, if let's say we are success lah, then Malaysia maybe they are also come up some they are want to attract the foreigners, maybe foreign investor also, maybe the Cyberjaya or Putrajaya, the different, maybe they have a different idea, then people also invest in Malaysia. How no?
how would
Maybe
they
this is
how would they invest in Malaysia when what attracted Forest City in the first place would be something like lower taxes? That means you have to lower taxes in Cyberjaya as well.
we have different type of different kind of the business. Maybe it's not the financials. Maybe it's the factory or.
But it would
others lah.
still have to be on the basis of what was the benefits of Forest City.
Of course, everything will come back to the regulations and the T&C things lah. What's the government give to the foreign.
But again, like you are following at the behest of the corporation. You are looking at the corporation and seeing, okay, what can I give the best offer to the corporation first? And if Forest City is a success, the best benefit is lower taxes, lower regulation. When you see that is the winning formula, you're going to apply it for the rest of Malaysia, right?
No, of course, you see the financial, maybe the financial, the hub is there. Maybe the factory or maybe the making, some of the factories, the productions we can create in the other business model scheme. Maybe in Johor Bahru, they maybe got more factory. Is the way of the productions. Maybe production they cannot put the so high cost. They cannot put in Singapore. They cannot put in this Forest City because the cost is very high. Maybe come to
Is the
Malaysia.
cost very high now already in Malaysia?
Maybe they put in the Malaysia or Johor Bahru is maybe some other place,
But-
they can do the production. Maybe the what you call that, electronic productions whatever the chips maybe it's in Malaysia.
Is Malaysia now too expensive for a foreigner to invest in already?
We will compare with others country like Vietnam, because in Southeast Asia it's not just Malaysia's ma. You got a lot of
And how
other
are they
competitors,
living? How are they living in Vietnam and Indonesia and all this like other foreign countries? How are the people living there?
So you actually the thing is like we are doing something like we are already success. Then actually it's just a link. The link thing is there, ma.
Yeah, but like again, you're assuming that rising tide lift all boat, ma, right? When the success of Malaysia, all the country was success as well. Everywhere in Southeast Asia was success, and everyone will live better, right? Something like that, is it?
No, not saying because we have this financial, we are doing success. Maybe we are actually is the links, the business link. I mentioned is there.
But I don't think that will happen because you don't have any regulation. When you don't have a regulation, it will not benefit the workers. When there's lower taxes, lower regulation, that will not happen. I 100% will tell you. When you think like Forest City will succeed because of the lower taxes and everything, I will 100% tell you the people is not going to get the benefit there. So for me, right, we'll wrap up because like we're reaching 1 hour plus already on the talk here. Okay? Because I think like for me, what I can tell is you still have this belief that Forest City will be a amazing financial hub that will improve Malaysian economy lah by attracting foreign investor there, right?
For my opinion, actually, I'm not saying I'm believe lah. Because I hope also Malaysia will be better and got more job opportunity. Because already there, the thing is already there.
But, okay,
abandoned.
Here's the thing.
Abandoned.
I don't-
So that's why I want to make this will be happen.
I don't think there's not enough job opportunity in Malaysia though. What makes you think there's not enough job opportunity? I believe for a fact that, well, no, maybe not a fact lah. I don't know, but I do know, I do think that there is enough jobs in Malaysia. The problem is there enough jobs that pay well? Are you telling me you can't get a job? You can get a job. It's just that whether or not you accept the pay or not. Right?
Because the currency also, right?
How's that? How is that related to you getting a good salary? Leh? But I don't think that should be an issue, right? Because really, at the end of the day, it's all about like living costs and then the profit that the company gets. Okay? Company making a lot of profit, that profit should go back to paying the workers what? Okay? But that's not necessarily the case. Is it? Like a company could be very profitable but it choose not to pay its workers. Or choose to hire cheaper workers.
Oh, this will never end story.
Oh.
Really. You see, you see, if the workers, because workers, a lot of workers, the attitude of the workers and because the judgment is there. If let's say in Malaysia, you can earn, if let's say you get Malaysia, you can see people also can earn a high pay, right? Can earn a high pay in Malaysia, of course. But if let's say you compare with people who are very pay effort and very hardworking, compared with other countries, maybe we are work less.
I don't think that's the case, man. I don't think the fact of people not getting paid enough in Malaysia is because they're lazy. If that's the case, can you honestly tell me, you go to KFC and there's a worker there working behind the counter during like lunch hour or rush hour lunch, right? Are you telling me that that KFC worker is not working hard?
Okay, one more thing, actually a lot of issues lah. You come to this manpower in Malaysia, you see KFCs, or maybe some of the workers.
Service worker, let's say service
that
worker.
one is foreigner, you know. You come to like, you go in some places, how comes a lot of foreigners imported foreigners to come to Malaysia to work as
Why,
a labor
Why?
work? You see, Malaysia is enough work already. How come so many how many foreigners come to Malaysia work?
Why do you think that happened?
You see, Malaysia is the job is full, so that's why we want to hire foreign to come over to work.
Why do you think that happened? There's so many cheap foreign workers. Is it because the people wanted cheap foreign workers? Or is it because businesses want cheap foreign workers?
One more thing is, like, if let's say Malaysia come a regulation, it stop the foreign to come to. Of course lah, I'm the businessman. I want to hire the cost Come back to the cost Just very simple. Come back to the cost. Why I want to hire the foreigner to work? It's because of cheaper labours. But if let's say Malaysia, if the regulation is we cannot hire the foreigners to come to work Malaysia, all the Bangla or all the people have to live in our country. If let's say you don't have any permit, then you hire the local people. But the local people also don't want to work. The thing is, I want to work this. The local people don't want to pay you higher than the foreigners. They still don't want to work.
Is that really the case though? Is that really the case that local people don't want to work? Like all these 3D jobs, the dirty jobs and all this? Like,
okay, one thing, no local people to work.
If that's, because like, there are still for local people working, like I said, in KFC, in service sectors. Your Grab driver and your Grab food person, I do believe it's a lot of it is local people, isn't it?
Still, of course, it's this local people. But for some of the job, like the constructions, and then some of the, even those, what I call that, the restaurants, they also hire
Yeah, but why though? It's cheaper, isn't it?
Of course, it's cheaper.
You see business doing that. when you
But the regulation, you can see the regulation why they allow the people who are coming here to work here, and then they have the
why
some more. It's very many years ago. Even some of the people who are from foreign country, they already get the IC in Malaysia. There is a Vietnamese or whoever. Or how come you got the IC?
So are you blaming the government for this like lax of regulation?
That one is the regulation issues, what?
Yeah, but like,
But how come the Vietnam people can get easily to get the IC?
Why would the government loosen that regulation? For what purpose would it do that? What benefit does it do for the government to have that? I mean, like, if we see it as its own, you probably think like, well, that's kind of stupid for government to do that, right? Unless there's like some kind of like motivation for them to do that. What would be their motivation to do that? Well, my opinion is that corporations want these cheap workers. So they tell government, well, you should be more relaxed on this kind of regulation so we can bring in foreign workers so we can have cheap labor. Then the power really lies on corporation, not the government, isn't it?
No, the point is, actually, we cannot say the workers because you are always mention the workers benefit. You are mention the worker benefits. Yeah, but worker benefits, the worker is not working. Then why I should give the benefits to the worker? This is the thing. It's very okay. You give the benefit to workers. Yes, of course, I work, I got the pay, but in between I get a fair, very fair. I get a pay, then it's a fair enough for me to surviving and living into Malaysia. It's fair for governments and for the business owner, right? It's very fair things. But worker is not working.
What is your proof that workers are not working though?
Okay, I have no ideas lah. The worker is not working, which means they don't want to get a job. They don't want to do a job. Then,
but you as a worker, you've applied for jobs and you do the jobs, ma. You see workers working, ma, and Malaysia are the most Malaysia is like the most people working out. The most working hours are Malaysians. Like in the country, in a lot of countries, Malaysia has the highest number of working hours. So to say that Malaysians are not working is a bit, I don't think it's true, because you also experience it. You work weekends, don't you, in your last job? You are a Malaysian, right? Would you say that you don't work hard enough? You do the job, right? If I'm not mistaken. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people who watches this, they've done overtime work without pay as well.
So this is go back to the government as well. Go back to government the regulation.
Oh, okay. So that means there needs to be more stricter controls and stricter regulation on this kind of like things, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Come to the law and regulation. Of course, the law and regulations. If let's say it's so loose, and for our workers, we cannot get the benefits from the, because this one it's very hard to discuss, really.
And it is very hard to discuss, and I would agree. Is Forest is going to help or to hurt this discussion? Is the project of Forest City going to help workers or hurt workers in the long run? Because as you can see right now, businesses will prefer cheaper workers, and apparently local workers don't want to work at all.
The city, if let's say the Forest City, I get the high pay. It's some kind of like I got this high pay, maybe higher than Malaysia's, maybe triple or double. Then your work maybe is more terrible. Maybe 7 days I've been work. I believe in it, especially we are here in Malaysia.
But
maybe in Malaysia we are less stressed. I can see some of the work, not everyone's lah. Maybe some of the work is less pay, less stress. You high pay, high rest. You think it's
Okay.
These are Asians, Asian people's the practice, no? Right?
What you mean, like higher pay means higher stress? Is it?
Yes.
Do you want to tell me CEO has a lot of stress? Is it?
I can say yes. CEO also got their own own stress.
Own
also.
stress.
Yes.
Sure, everyone has stress, but can you honestly say that CEO has higher stress than say a salaryman?
CEO also got the payment. That's the okay. We too wide already. We are discussing is too wide already. If let's say for CEO, of course the stress they
Okay,
want
I mean-
to ride a boat, to do the rape the boat. All the people is in a lot of employee. Of course they are heck of a stress. If let's say we are not doing this job at well, the CEO actually everyone the responsibility very easy. I don't want to do. I just go chabut. Okay, but for CEO maybe cannot say I chabut. That has a responsibility for the whole company, entire company. If let's say I chabut, maybe 100 people or 200 people they don't have this rice ball. This thing the responsibility is different. So the stress is different. We cannot say
Can you honestly say that all CEO would?
Of course, it's some of no responsibility. The people actually the personality is different. Some of the I can say as well, all the workers low pay. Or we cannot say all. Maybe it's some percentage. CEO also same. Some of the CEO they want to drive they will take care all the people. Not say all the CEO is bad people. All the capitalism people is stupid and.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
say we cannot say all.
I
We say in between the percentage there and then.
I need to stress the point that CEO stress. Yes, CEO has stress. To say that CEO stress is more or higher than compared like a salaryman is a bit unfair because sure you can say something like, oh, the CEO might be worried about 200 people's job and ensuring that they get enough to eat, right? But can you honestly say that that is more important to them than say maybe the shareholders? If that's the case, right?
No, you put too many I think it's like the responsibility lah. I can say it's a responsibility lah.
Yeah,
Even the shareholder
is the
or
responsibility more towards the shareholder or towards the workers?
I think both also have lah.
I mean, sure, both is have, but one definitely has more importance than the other, isn't it?
We cannot evaluate.
Well, I can because like let's say a company is not performing well, right? Which would go first, the shareholder or the workers? You are a CEO and your company is not doing well, right? Do you say to your shareholders, I'm sorry, we can't pay you enough this year? Or do you go to your workers say, well, we are not making profit, we have to let go a lot of the workers? Which would be the first thing to be the decision there?
Okay, first thing, we are too many in.
Well, I mean,
Because this thing like
it's very deep, but okay, well, let's
it really
all right.
depend.
Let's pull back lah, because the thing is, right, I know it's hard to give an answer to this, right? So let's pull back to Forest City. Do you still believe to the fact that Forest City is a good initiative?
For me, my opinions, I don't think. I'm not saying I don't think. Like, I hope also this project will be success. This is my idea.
You want it to succeed lah.
Yes, I want it not want it to succeed. Of course, it's good to to see some things like because I went to this forest city. It's very abandoned city, and why not to make this place have some point, have some usage for this place to invite. Not say invite lah, to got something there lah. I see you can something there lah, but not right now. So after the developments is no one stay, no one live there, something like this.
Well, I mean, let's hope for the success of the Forest City lah. I mean, honestly, I don't want this to succeed. I don't want Forest City to be a Cayman Island or a financial hub because that is just not good for workers overall, because that would just cater to businesses more rather than the people. And I think it's very not good lah to me. So I do not want Forest City to succeed. Rather, if given the opportunity, I rather Forest City be repurposed for something that is, catered towards the Malaysian people rather than towards foreign capital. That's my opinion. And we will end it on that because this has been a super long, super heated debate between the two of us in regards to Forest City. What do you think for those who have watched? And I don't know if you're able to maintain for 1 hour plus with us. If you stay that long, we really I respect you lah, because this has been quite the discussion. But yeah, let us know what you think about that. If you enjoy our content, as always, do share, like, subscribe. And as always, we hope to see you guys in the next episode. Until then, goodbye.
See you guys again. Bye.